Sean and Brett, what was the locker room like during that period of time?
There's a lot more tension. The WWF locker room now is everybody's happy. I mean, you know, whenever you have human beings, grown men, children, women, midgets, cows, you know, bull, there's going to be but everybody's happier now than I've ever seen. And I think it was that most people, I don't know that most people had, I think part of it was a lot of people had a strong allegiance to one's opinion or the other's opinion. This one's doing this one wrong or this one's doing that one wrong. Maybe some of them were tired of everybody. And just, why the fuck don't everybody just goddamn get over it? I don't know what it was. I, at that point, was not on the road and didn't want to be on the road. You know, I was sitting in the office talking to people on the phone all day doing nothing constructive while Russo was spreading his genius around. But, you know, I understand when you don't like somebody. Oh, believe me, I understand. Because I have a tendency to go 0 to 100 immediately. Either you can't do no wrong or you better not fucking be in my sight. Because once you fuck me, you know, you're done. But there was a constant, you know, and then everybody else is getting involved in it. It's just stress. And it's like, who's going to do what next? And I think everybody's happier that all that's out of the way.
If you were in charge, what would you have done with the match at Survivor Series 97 with Brett and Sean? If you were Vince, how would you have handled it?
Dude, I'd probably done the same goddamn thing, to be honest with you. I mean, I hope Brett doesn't hate me. I like Brett. Brett's always been nice to me. I love Owen to death. Brett takes himself seriously. Drop the fucking belt. I don't, you know, geez, I'm making $2 million or $3 million or whatever is in Canada. I'd be glad to lose a match in the United States. Brett's a great wrestler, a great worker. He's done a lot of good for a lot of people. Nothing's going to change that if he loses a match. I think he was upset about it just because of the situation. He wanted to be in the WWF because he knew, obviously, I think what was going to happen if he went down there. Because look what did happen. They took the hottest wrestler in the history of the business and turned him into where is he now? In record time. But by the same token, because they had bid so much money for him to begin with, I can see everybody's side, because it ain't my money that I'm spending, and it wasn't my money I was getting. They had bid so much money for him to begin with, just to have him, just like, Daddy, buy me that, because they can, that for Vince McMahon to keep him where he wanted to be to begin with, because he knew his talents would be more appreciated, Vince McMahon had to give him a lot of money at a time where he wasn't drawing any money, and all of a sudden it's like, fuck, you know, Vince wasn't going to go out of business. He wasn't going to be living in a cardboard box. But I'm sure it was definitely a strain to be paying a lot of, you know, any guys a lot of money like that at that point. Well, you know, Brett's proud. Maybe it's, you know, boom, boom. Two guys that you know exactly what they want, know exactly how it should be done. You know, who know? I wasn't in their negotiations, but I do know that it wasn't no goddamn grand conspiracy from the start to make Brett a pariah in his home country of Canada. And Brett didn't go into it, you know, wanting to fuck Vince out of his belt. Nobody trusted Bischoff, I can tell you that. Bischoff has signed, and Vince has allowed Bischoff to sign. Vince has given a guy a release while he's his champion. That's how much he trusted Brett to go negotiate with the other guy, because he couldn't. It was onerous on Vince to pay the money, so he wanted Brett to get as much money out of the other guys as he could, because he recognized what Brett did for him. I think maybe Brett didn't pay enough attention to that, the fact that he was trying to help him get more money. But once that guy's got control of your belt and there's a live television coming up, who believes anything Bischoff says? Bret Hart I would have believed. Eric Bischoff I don't believe. So, and I'm sure Vince thought the same thing. So, you know, why is he going to take the chance on letting, you know, Bischoff get a hold of the belt? I'm not saying Bret would have gone out and, hey, fuck you.
Right.
Well, Eric Bischoff sure would, because who the fuck is he? He's a fucking sewer dweller. So if he could lord it over Vince McMahon for the first and only time in his life, I'm sure he would have done it. I don't know, I won't say I'm sure, but if he could have legally fucking done it, I don't know if he could have legally done it, but nobody was anxious to find out.
Right.
But God, it sure created some stir, didn't it?
Right,
you know?
right.
And the business has never been better since.
Definitely went up.